Fantastic Four movie is directly connected to next year's Avengers, Doomsday. Along with this, the main highlights of this movie are its villains, who are Silver Surfer and Galactus. And not only that, but if we talk about the mid-credit scene of this movie, that scene is also filled with a very big surprise. So that you don't miss anything, you must watch this video until the very end today, because, in today's video, I am going to explain the entire story of the Fantastic Four movie for all of you so that you all can also enjoy and know the full story of this movie while sitting at home. So friends, quickly like the video and write Fantastic Four in the comments so we know that you are also excited about this movie story. For the rest of you who haven't subscribed to our channel yet, quickly subscribe to the channel and set the bell icon next to the subscribe button to all so you can watch all our channel's latest videos first. So then, let's now start today's amazing video without any delay. Zombie apocalypse, music. So, the Fantastic Four movie starts from another world in the Marvel multiverse named Earth 828, and on this Earth 828, there are no Avengers, no X-Men, and no Inhumans. If there is anyone in this world, it is the Fantastic Four, meaning the Fantastic Four team is the only superhero team in this entire world. Along with this, the timeline of this world is from the 1960s era. Now, as the movie starts, we see the Fantastic Four's building inside Earth 828, named the Baxter Building, which is in Manhattan, New York. This single Baxter Building is the home of the Fantastic Four team members, their base, and also Reed Richards' laboratory. Now, inside this building, we first see Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four team and his wife, Sue Storm. But here we notice that Reed Richards is quite nervous at this time because his wife, Sue Storm, is taking a pregnancy test. But then, the next moment, Sue Storm comes straight to Reed and tells him that her pregnancy test is positive, meaning Sue Storm is pregnant. Knowing this, Reed Richards is very happy. Here we also find out that Reed Richards and Sue Storm are so happy because many years had passed since their marriage, but until now, they had not had any baby. But today, after so many years, hearing the news of the baby, they are both very happy. But friends, after this, the scene shifts, and we go straight to a show that was based on the Fantastic Four, and therefore, the Fantastic Four members were invited to it. So, all 4 team members come to this show. Basically, in this show, all 4 members of the Fantastic Four are respected, and during this, many things are told about these 4 team members, and through the things told here, we learn the Fantastic Four story. We learn that it has been 4 years since the Fantastic Four members got their powers, but it all started 4 years ago when they went on a space mission. We learn that Reed Richards, his wife Sue Storm, Sue Storm's brother Johnny Storm, and their friend Ben Grimm, all 4 of them are astronauts. And among these 4 astronauts, Reed Richards is the smartest man in this entire world. And therefore, by studying space, Reed Richards had discovered that in outer space, besides our world, there are many other worlds where life exists. And Reed Richards had found out about many of those planets that have life. And so, Reed Richards takes his team, which includes his wife Sue Storm, his brother-in-law Johnny Storm, and his friend Ben Grimm, on a space mission to find another world like their own in outer space. But when this team of 4 astronauts goes into space, a very big accident happens to them, because the spaceship they are in directly collides with a cosmic storm. Because of this, cosmic radiation enters the bodies of all 4 team members, and that cosmic radiation changes the DNA of all 4 team members. Although their lives are saved from that accident, the change in their DNA due to the radiation creates some new powers in their bodies. But all 4 team members get different powers. Reed Richards gets the power of stretching, meaning his body can stretch as much as he wants. Nothing will happen to him. Besides this, Sue Storm gets the power to become invisible and also to generate and control force fields. Along with this, Johnny Storm gets the power of fire projection, with which he can create, manipulate, and control fire. And finally, Ben Grimm gets the power of strength because his entire body becomes tough and hard like stone, and therefore, his body gains incredible strength and powers like the Hulk. And then, after returning to Earth with these layers, all 4 of them use their powers and employ these powers for the good of the world. At the same time, all 4 become known by new superhero names. For example, Reed Richards is named Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm is named Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm is named Human Torch, and finally, Ben Grimm is named The Thing. And these 4 together form their team, which they name the Fantastic Four. And from that day until today, the Fantastic Four team has protected the entire world and saved the world from all big and small dangers that have come upon it. Now, within this story, we also hear about many of the Fantastic Four's feats. For example, here we learn about the Mole Man, who is the first villain of the Fantastic Four in Marvel Comics. And in the movie, we also find out that after Mole Man's attack, the Fantastic Four team defeated him too. And after that, when Red Ghost attacked the world with his super apes, at that time too, the Fantastic Four team defeated them as well. And friends, this Red Ghost and his super apes are also villains from Marvel Comics. Along with all this, we also know that Reed Richards is very smart, and therefore, this world's Reed has discovered the multiverse. He knows about different universes besides his own. And moreover, this Reed Richards also knows about parallel worlds. Besides these, the Fantastic Four team's influence on the whole world is also very significant, because we also see that the Fantastic Four team members are called to United Nations councils, and the whole world listens to what they say there. Although, friends, when we see the meeting of all countries, we also notice that there is the name of Latveria. And for those who don't know, let me tell you that Latveria is basically Doctor Doom's country in Marvel Comics, meaning the same country that Doctor Doom rules. And so, seeing Latveria's name here confirms that inside this world, i.e., inside Earth 828, Latveria country also exists, and Doctor Doom is the one ruling that country. But now, after all these things, the story ends, and with the end of the story, this show also ends. After which, as soon as the show ends, the Fantastic Four team returns to their home. After returning home, all four of them sit down to have dinner. But then, at this time, Reed and Sue Storm tell Johnny and Ben that Sue Storm is pregnant, meaning, in a very short time, their baby is going to arrive in this world. And so, hearing this, Johnny and Ben are also very happy, and all four of them celebrate this night together. Now, after this, the scene shifts, and the next day we see Reed Richards in the desert, and here we find out that this world's Reed is also working on teleportation and has almost achieved teleportation. Now, Johnny also comes here to help Reed. After which, Reed quickly completes his experiment where he teleports an egg from one place to another, and this time, Reed's teleportation is successful and he teleports an egg straight to a place 6 feet away. But immediately after this happens, the entire building's lights go out. After which, Reed Richards understands that he can complete his teleportation, but doing so will require a lot of electricity, because obviously, teleporting a small egg used up the entire building's electricity, and so, if a whole human has to be teleported, then a much larger amount of electricity will be needed. But now, friends, after all this, a lot of time passes. There is peace everywhere in the world, and the Fantastic Four team members also live their lives very well. Along with this, Sue Storm's pregnancy also nears its delivery time, and so, the family members are happy that Sue Storm's delivery is going to happen in just a few days. But friends, when everything is fine, one night suddenly something starts coming rapidly from the sky towards the world, and so, all the people on the ground start looking at that thing. As for the Fantastic Four team, they also come down to see it. After that, as that thing comes near the ground, we find out that the thing coming rapidly from the sky is none other than the Silver Surfer. And friends, in this movie, we are shown a female Silver Surfer named Shilabal. This Shilabal, i.e., the female Silver Surfer, comes straight down and approaches the Fantastic Four team, and she asks them if they are the protectors of this world. Hearing this, Sue Storm says yes to her and tells the Silver Surfer that they are the guardians of this world. After hearing this, the Silver Surfer tells the Fantastic Four team members that her name is Silver Surfer and she has come here with a message from Galactus. She further explains that their world's time is up, and therefore, in just a few days, the Devourer of Worlds, Galactus, will come to their planet and swallow their entire planet. And so, she has come here to tell all the people here that their end is near, and therefore, in this remaining time, they should meet their families and spend time with their loved ones because after this, they will not get this chance again. After saying this, the Silver Surfer starts to leave from there, but then, seeing her, the Human Torch goes straight after her, and reaching space, he grabs her surfboard. But then the Silver Surfer turns back and looks at him, and she says something in another language, and as soon as she says that, she flies away very rapidly from there. After which, Johnny Storm comes straight down and returns home. Now, after this, all four members of the Fantastic Four gather inside the Baxter building and discuss what the Silver Surfer told them about Galactus. Here, the Thing tells all the team members that he cannot believe what the Silver Surfer said because the idea that someone could swallow a whole planet is just not digestible. Obviously, no one can do such a thing, and so, I just don't believe what the Silver Surfer said. But hearing Ben's words here, Reed Richards says that perhaps everything the Silver Surfer said is absolutely true. Reed further tells everyone that he had been keeping an eye on space for a long time, but just now he checked again and found out that 5 planets are missing from outer space, 5 planets that he knows about. There will be many other planets missing too, and these 5 planets that have disappeared in front of Reed. Reed tells the team that these 5 planets were destroyed before disappearing, and now there is nothing in their place. Along with this, he is also getting the Silver Surfer's energy signature on these planets, and so, he can say with certainty that what the Silver Surfer told him is absolutely true, and there really is someone named Galactus who swallows planets. After this, Reed makes a plan in front of the team, and in the plan, he tells everyone that now they all have to quickly find Galactus and go to him directly and stop Galactus from coming to their Earth planet, because if Galactus comes here, he will swallow their planet and destroy everything. After this, Reed does research and finds another planet where he gets the Silver Surfer's energy signature, and so Reed understands that perhaps the Silver Surfer and Galactus are both there right now, and maybe at this time, Galactus is preparing to eat that planet too. Although here, the team members ask Johnny that when the Silver Surfer was leaving from here, he had followed her, so he should tell the team what exactly his conversation with the Silver Surfer was. Hearing this, Johnny tells the team that the Silver Surfer had said something to him in her language, but what was the meaning of her words? Johnny couldn't understand, but Johnny says he will try his best to understand that statement. But after this, Reed plans with the team that now they have to go quickly to stop Galactus. And so, for this, they put on their spacesuits and board their advanced spaceship, after which, they tell the whole world that they are going to stop Galactus. And then, after this, without delay, they head straight towards Galactus. Now, they first take their spaceship to outer space, and after arriving in outer space, they set the location directly, and here we see that they use a wormhole and through it travel directly at the speed of light, meaning, at the same speed at which light travels. And with this speed, they quickly arrive near that planet where the Silver Surfer and Galactus are at this time. But after arriving here, they see that this planet is slowly being destroyed, and there is probably no doubt that Galactus is behind its destruction. And friends, we also see Galactus's elemental energy converter here, which is basically Galactus's machine that he uses to destroy planets. After which, Galactus comfortably consumes the planet's energy. But friends, after the Fantastic Four team arrives here, we see that from inside Galactus's machine, a light directly emerges and it detects the Fantastic Four spaceship. But friends, here we see that this light focuses on Sue Storm's baby as well as the team and finds out that along with these 4, a baby has also come here. Now, the next moment, the Silver Surfer comes to them and tells all 4 that Galactus wants to meet them, after which, she takes all 4 of them to Galactus. And then, friends, here we see Galactus's first look, and from this, we find out how huge and how dangerous Galactus is. Here, Galactus meets the Fantastic Four team members and tells them about himself. He tells them that billions of years ago, he was just like them, but then suddenly an accident happened to him too, after which began his never-ending hunger. And so, to quell this hunger, he has to swallow planets. But even then, his hunger is never permanently satisfied. But after this, Galactus asked the team members why they have come here. Hearing this, Reed Richards tells Galactus that in the coming time, Galactus is going to swallow their planet, and so they have come here to save their planet. But hearing his words, Galactus tells him that you cannot save your planet from me even if you want to, because you do not have the power to save your planet. But yes, this power is in your child. The child that is growing in your wife's womb. Actually, that child is different from all of you. That child is powerful. Very, very powerful. But along with this, he is also hungry, just like me. And therefore, your child has the capability to become my heir. He can sit on my throne, and along with that, your child will possess the powers using which he can permanently satisfy this hunger and free me from this never-ending hunger. And after all this, Galactus tells the Fantastic Four team members, I want to make a deal with you 4. You want me not to eat your planet, right? So I will not eat your planet. But yes, in exchange, you will have to give me your child. Hearing this, all 4 members of the Fantastic Four are shocked, and all 4 of them cannot understand what is so special about their child and why Galactus is sparing their entire world in exchange for their child. But friends, whatever the reason may be, here Reed Richards and Sue Storm refuse the deal for their child and tell Galactus that they will never give him their child. But then, hearing this, Galactus uses force and starts pulling Sue Storm towards him using his psychic powers. But then, seeing this, Johnny Storm uses his fire powers and first sets everything on fire. Then, when the Silver Surfer comes to stop him, he handles the Silver Surfer for some time as well, and so, all team members quickly rush into their spaceship and activate it, and quickly all 4 team members escape from there. But Galactus sends the Silver Surfer after them. After which, friends, we see that their spaceship is traveling at the speed of light. But the Silver Surfer is also traveling after them at the speed of light, and she is right behind their spaceship. But now, seeing this, Reed understands that the Silver Surfer will not stop chasing them like this, and so Reed plans to trap the Silver Surfer in the gravity of a black hole. To do this, he tells Ben to take the spaceship near a nearby black hole, after which, they see a neutron star nearby inside which a black hole was slowly being created, and so Reed tells Ben to quickly take the spaceship straight to that neutron star, after which, we see the Silver Surfer still chasing them. Then, at exactly the right moment, Reed Richards uses his brains and maneuvers his spaceship out of there. But the Silver Surfer gets trapped there and becomes captive in the neutron star's gravitational force. And seeing her, Reed tells his team members that it will take her about 1 month to get out from there, and so perhaps their planet will be safe for 1 month. But friends, at this same time, we also learn that Sue Storm starts having labor pains, and so the team members together perform Sue Storm's delivery in the spaceship. After the delivery, Sue Storm holds her baby in her hands and names her son Franklin Richards. But friends, after all this, the Fantastic Four team returns to Earth. But after arriving on Earth, as soon as their ship lands and they step out, all the media surrounds them, because the news has told the whole world that Galactus is coming to eat their world. And so, when the Fantastic Four team went to stop Galactus, the whole world had high hopes, and everyone thought that their world superhero team, the Fantastic Four, would return only after stopping Galactus. And so, after arriving here, all the press questions their team about how their journey was and how they stopped Galactus. But here, hearing these questions, Reed Richards tells everyone that they could not stop Galactus. Actually, after meeting Galactus, he had placed a condition before them that he wants our child in exchange for leaving our world. But we refuse to give him our child, and so he will come after 1 month and swallow our world. Now, hearing Reed's words, all the people become very angry, and everyone together starts saying to Reed, "Why didn't you give your child? In exchange for your 1 child, our entire world could have been protected." But friends, now here, Reed doesn't say anything further and takes his family straight to his home, i.e., the Baxter building. On the other hand, we see that now 1 month has passed, and so the Silver Surfer quickly goes to Galactus and tells Galactus that she failed to capture them. But Galactus tells the Silver Surfer that he needs that child at any cost because that child has limitless powers that no one can even imagine, and therefore, only that child can free me from my hunger. Now, friends, after this, both Galactus and the Silver Surfer start moving towards Earth. After which, Reed Richards also finds out that Galactus has slowly started coming towards their planet. And so, to save their world, perhaps they now have only a few days left. Although, at this time, we also see that the world starts getting even more agitated about the Fantastic Four. People speak against them on TV channels. They speak against them on the streets. So much so that many protesters even gather outside their building, and everyone's demand from Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four team is that they should give their child to Galactus and save us. But friends, seeing this growing anger, Sue Storm cannot bear it, and so she takes her child Franklin and comes straight down to the building and stands among all the protesters. After this, all the news channels go live on Sue Storm, and so the whole world watches this footage of Sue Storm. Now here, Sue Storm says to the whole world, "This child is my son. He is my family, and therefore, under no circumstances will I stake him, and I will not sacrifice my child to save this world." But yes, along with this, it is also true that for me and my entire team, you all are our family, and we consider the whole world as our family, and therefore, no matter what happens, I am not going to sacrifice you all either. So, all of you, please don't worry at all because we will not only save my son together but will also save you all, and then we will all together defeat that enemy whose name is Galactus. And we will fight this battle together, like a family. And friends, we see that after hearing all of Sue Storm's words, the people of the world believe her, and the anger leaves their minds, and they start supporting the Fantastic Four team. After all this, friends, Reed Richards gets the idea that he had successfully teleported an egg and achieved teleportation, and so why not teleport their entire world and teleport this whole Earth to some other such universe where their world can survive? And if he does that, then they will be saved from Galactus. Now, hearing Reed's words, all team members support him, and they all agree to his plan. But friends, the biggest minus point of completing Reed Richards' plan is that for this teleportation, they need a lot of electricity. You all might remember that teleporting one egg used up the entire building's electricity. And so, now if it's about teleporting an entire planet, then for that, the electricity of the entire world for many days would be needed. Along with this, to complete this teleportation, they will have to build many bridges all over the world. These bridges will basically be teleportation bridges that will connect with each other and work, and with the help of all these, Earth will be teleported. And after this, the Fantastic Four team comes before the whole world and tells the whole world their plan. After which, friends, we see that the whole world supports the Fantastic Four. After which, on the Fantastic Four team's request, the whole world starts building bridges, and as Reed instructs everyone to build the bridges, all countries together build such bridges in different locations around the world. Now we see that within a few days, all preparations are complete, and all arrangements are made to teleport this entire Earth to some other world solar system. After this, on Reed Richards' instruction, all the bridges around the world are activated. But friends, suddenly we see that all the bridges start breaking. But seeing this, the team doesn't understand anything. But the next moment, we see that all these bridges are not breaking on their own. Rather, it is the Silver Surfer who has come to Earth and is destroying all these bridges one by one so that Reed Richards cannot teleport his Earth to another solar system. Now after this, in the blink of an eye, the Silver Surfer destroys all the bridges around the world. And so, now the last bridge remaining is the one outside the Baxter building. So, she quickly comes to destroy that bridge too. But then Johnny Storm, i.e., the Human Torch, stops her from doing so. And he stops the Silver Surfer and plays many sounds in front of her. Friends, we find out that these sounds are actually from the people of the Silver Surfer's planet. And by playing these sounds, Johnny tells the Silver Surfer, you must know the sounds of this language. All these sounds are in your language. The language that is spoken on your planet. I have found out that your real name is Shalabal, and you also belong to another planet like us, and like every other planet, Galactus came to swallow your planet too. But to save your family and your entire planet, you made a deal with Galactus and became his herald. After which, Galactus gave you these cosmic powers, and then after that, you started finding planets for Galactus. Planets that were full of energy so that Galactus could swallow them, and by doing all this, you saved your family and your entire planet. But after this, Johnny plays even more sounds for her, and after playing these sounds, Johnny tells her, these are the voices of the people of those planets whose people you did not save but got killed by Galactus's hands. And now, exactly like that, you have come here to destroy my planet too. You saved your own planet. But now you want to sacrifice my planet at the hands of Galactus. But I will never let that happen because this planet is my home. Now, friends, after this, we see that hearing Johnny Storm's words, the Silver Surfer feels very bad, and she also realizes that whatever she has done until now was all wrong. But further, she tells the Human Torch, Galactus is going to come here, and he will swallow your planet. Along with that, he will also take your sister's child. But I won't be able to stop him even if I want to, and so I am giving you a chance to escape so that you can quickly leave this planet with your family, and by doing so, you won't be able to save your planet but will definitely save your family and your child. And then, friends, saying this, the Silver Surfer leaves from there. Now after this, Johnny Storm returns to the Baxter building, but after arriving here, he sees that all four of them are getting calls from all over the world, and every single country in the world asks them what happened to their plan and when will the world be teleported. Now, hearing all their questions, the team doesn't understand anything, especially Reed Richards, because his entire plan had failed. But then suddenly, a bulb goes off in Reed's head, and he tells the team members, we don't have to run away from Galactus, but we have to let Galactus come here. Hearing this, the team members don't understand anything. But Reed tells everyone that actually he has a plan, and the plan is that now he will not teleport the world but will teleport Galactus. Actually, all their teleportation bridges are destroyed, and they don't even have enough time to prepare all the bridges before Galactus arrives. But one of their bridges is still intact, and so his plan is to let Galactus come here. He will show Galactus his child so that Galactus comes here, and then as soon as Galactus steps inside the bridge, he will start the teleportation. After which, Galactus will teleport from here to some other world, and then they will be saved from Galactus forever. Now, all team members like the plan, and so they all get ready for Reed's plan. But to complete this plan, it was also necessary for them to evacuate the city because whenever Galactus comes to their city, the entire city will be destroyed, and so it is important that all the city's people remain safe and sound. And for this, we see that Sue Storm directly takes Mole Man's help. And now because Mole Man lives underground and has a very large underground area, they get all the city's people placed underground through Mole Man. After which, the entire city is emptied, and the Fantastic Four team gets ready to teleport Galactus. Now, friends, the next morning we see that Galactus comes straight to Earth, and after arriving on Earth, he first scans and searches for Franklin. After which, we see that Franklin is nowhere else but in the middle of the bridge, and as soon as Galactus finds Franklin, he starts moving towards him. But now, as Galactus comes near the bridge, the Fantastic Four team members attack him and distract his attention, and meanwhile, Johnny Storm picks up the child and places an empty cradle in the child's place. And after this, the team members wait for Galactus to come to the bridge. But friends, we see that Galactus is very clever because he first realizes that the Fantastic Four team has set a trap to catch him, and so he quickly scans for Franklin, after which he sees that Franklin is not inside the bridge at this time but is in the Baxter building. And so, he goes straight from there towards the Baxter building to acquire Franklin. On the way, all team members attack him, but Galactus easily defeats them all and directly puts his hand into the Baxter building and grabs Franklin. And after acquiring Franklin, he starts taking him away from there. But as soon as Sue Storm sees all this, she gets very angry, and so she uses her force field powers on Galactus. After which, we see that Sue Storm uses her power to stop Galactus right in his place, and then she slowly pulls Galactus straight into the bridge. After which, Reed Richards quickly sees this, and he first activates the teleportation device and then quickly frees his son from Galactus's hands. After this, we see that Galactus starts teleporting from there through a portal and starts going to some other world. But friends, this teleportation portal remains open for a full 37 seconds, and because it remains open for so long, Galactus starts coming back out of the portal. But this time, the team members don't understand how they should push Galactus back in. But then, meanwhile, we see that the Silver Surfer arrives there and hits Galactus with all her power. After which, because of her hit, both Galactus and the Silver Surfer go into that portal, and the portal closes. After which, both Galactus and the Silver Surfer teleport and arrive in some other world, and here, the Fantastic Four's world is now completely safe and sound. But friends, after Galactus leaves, we see that Sue Storm is lying unconscious in her place. And so, as soon as Reed, Johnny Storm, and Ben go to her, all three of them find out that actually, Sue Storm used all her powers to stop Galactus, and so Sue Storm has died. Seeing this, all three of them feel very bad. But the next moment, Franklin starts crying for his mother, and so Reed picks up Franklin and places him directly on Sue Storm so that he can meet his mother one last time. But friends, we see that Franklin uses his power to revive his mother, and Sue Storm starts breathing again. And so, seeing this thing, Sue Storm, Reed, Johnny, and Ben all four find out that actually, Franklin really has incredible powers inside him. Because a small child who can bring a dead person back to life is absolutely not an ordinary child. But friends, after all this, everything becomes fine, and the Fantastic Four family starts living their life comfortably. And then, with this entire movie ends right here. But friends, after the movie ends, there is a mid-credits scene in the movie, and in this scene, we see that now 4 years have passed. 4 years later, we see Sue Storm in the Baxter building, who is with Franklin at this time, and at this time, Franklin has also grown up quite a bit, and he is studying books with his mother. But then, right here, Sue Storm goes to get another book for Franklin to read. But as soon as she comes back with the other book, she sees that another man is sitting with her child Franklin. Although Sue Storm doesn't see his face, she sees from behind that this man is wearing a green-colored hood and has an iron mask in his hands. And friends, this man is none other than Dr. Doom. But friends, here we are not shown this Dr. Doom's face. But as we all know, this Dr. Doom is Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, who, after this movie, we will see directly in Avengers: Doomsday. But friends, with this, the entire movie ends. So friends, that was the video about the story of the Fantastic Four movie. You must tell me in the comments how you liked this video and the movie's story. And if you liked the video, you must like the video. For the rest, those who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, quickly subscribe to the channel and set the bell icon next to the subscribe button to all so you can watch all our channel's latest videos first. For the rest, friends, I will meet you in another such excellent video. Until then, goodbye.